right, you guys, you're back. Thanks for being patient with me. I'm going to see if I can get this thing handled. My damn Mevo camera keeps coming down on me, so I want to make sure that we get this message. So let's pick up where we left off. Thanks for being patient with me, and I'm going to see if I can get back in the game to see who's watching me. Let's see if I can see who's watching me now. Here we go. I can see this, and you should be coming back. There we go. So we're back in the game. At any rate, that what I was saying is that all of these ninjas that I've been recording, that they had a lot of things in common, but they have 50% of their clientele that are either following them on Instagram or liking them on Facebook. And that's what the conversation is about tonight. Who is it? Jennifer, you're back. Thanks, Jenny, for hanging out with me. Natalie, thanks. You're so patient. I love you, girl. Thanks for coming back. Now, I want to make sure that you understand why I'm so obsessive about getting you to get more and more of your guests to follow you on Instagram rather than just having these haphazard people. Good to have you back, Lana. Hey, Summer, thanks for hanging with me. Kenny Allen Burke is in the house. Thank you, Kenny. You're making big boom boom. Billy C, good to see you. Put the elephant in the living room. Here's the point I want to make, is that for every one guest that these ninjas, all of these ninjas have following them, they have 330 of the guests' friends that they have access to. That's the big why behind getting your guest. Right, Angie? Tell him, Angie. Oh, Angie's from Salon Z. Say hi to my buddy Heidi Song for me, will ya? And that would mean that when these on this, because for every 10 guests, all of the ninjas get to follow them on IG and like them on FB. They have access to 3,300 of their friends. That's the biggie. It's not about how many people are liking you and following you. It's how many of those damn people are your clientele. That's the biggie. Right, Dawn? I know you know this, Dawn. Amy, you do too. Thank you. You're welcome, Amy, for me sharing it. That would mean, and all of these ninjas had at least 100 of their guests following them. Think about that. They've got access to at least 33,000 of their friends. No, they're not going to get all those people to come in and see them. But what if they got 0.5%? And if you do the math on that, what is it? 1% is like 3,300. I beg your pardon, 330. That's 1%, and 0.5% would be 115. So you don't need but sub 1%, but you gotta have, the more guests you have following, the better. I hope you're getting that. Christina, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me, man? Now, the other thing that why is that? Because some people have a hard time understanding it. Every time you post a picture on Instagram or Facebook, your guests and their friends will see it, or you're going to have a non-guest or a family member or some, whoever it is, some stranger. Your guest and their friends are way more likely to respond to your posts, especially when you boost them and they get to them. That's the big why. So what I want to do tonight is to say to you, you got to have a must do. 50% of your clients have to be following you. Right, Brandy? Right? Oh, Natalie's saying, holy crud. You know why that's important, Nat? Because it makes big boom boom. Now, show me somebody that doesn't have 50% of their clientele following them, and I'll show you someone that is getting real low fills on their appointment book. When you look at all of the ninjas, those people are responding to their pictures. You could have the most beautiful pictures in the world, but unless you've got your clients following you, you're just not going to get the fills. So what I want to do tonight is we want to set a goal. A 50% goal. It's getting 50% of your clients to follow you. And we want to see if we can make that happen in the next 60 days. And I want to get real specific with you. What do you need, man?
Blow out your candle.
What you want to get real specific, because we're going to have you use your level chart to do that. So if you're a Summit Salon and you're in a level, all you need to do is go to your total guests for the month, and that's going to be your goal. So if you're a level 1, your goal is to have 90 guests following you, and you want to get that handled in the next 2 months. You will see 180 guests probably in the next 2 months. You want to get half of them to follow you. If you're a level 2, you want to get 100 of them to follow you over the next 60 days. If you're a level 3, your number is 110. If you're level 4, it's 120. If you're 4A, 150. If you're 4AA, 180. So I'm getting really specific with you tonight because it's really important that you get your guests, get them. You gotta get them on your boat. You have to get the damn elephant out of the living room if you want to make the cash register ring, right? Now, how are you going to do this? Well, you're going to get 50%, and all I did is I gave you a close-up of this. I want you to write it down, take a screen grab, because that's your damn goal, and I'm going to keep bugging you until you achieve the goal. And when you achieve the goal, we're going to celebrate I'm going to have everybody give it up for you. Now, what I want to do is very quickly give you some best practices to make that happen, and I'm going to use my top 20 ninjas to help me. Kayla Ray's best practice, as well as Emily, is they take a picture of every guest that sits in their chair, and then they tag their guest at the end of the appointment, and then they ask their guest if their guest could follow them. They literally take the phone, their mobile device, find the guest, help the guest find their page, and then hit the follow button, hit the like button right on the spot. Then if you take a peek at Rosa Cisneros here, her best practice, she writes on the mirror. She'll write on her mirror. She'll give her Instagram handle. She gives her Facebook handle. And she's taking pictures every day of all of her guests. And when her guest, she takes that picture, she'll get the guest to follow her or like her right on the spot. See, I'm trying to give you these best practices. What does Heidi Song do? Heidi takes a photo of each one of her guests, and then she asks them to follow them, and then she tags the guest, and then she asks the guest to follow her. Who else does this? Oh, Nicole's best practice. It's wonderful. Nicole will take a before picture on the front end of the appointment on all of her high tickets. And she does that in the middle of her consultation. And then afterwards, she walks them up front. She's got a little photo kiosk up front. She takes the after picture, and then she tags the guest and makes sure that the guest is following her. See, I'm trying to give you these best practices for those of you that continue to say, but I don't know how or when to ask my guests. Elise makes taking a before and after picture part of her guest experience. Her guest expects it now. It's almost like her extraordinary guest experience on steroids, and she's training her associate to help her to do that because she's a level 4A. So I hope that you're getting this tonight, because it's real important to me that you understand and that you're following this. So you're going to go and you're going to practice this, and I'll be following up on the weeks to come. Now, I'm going to be going down to Las Vegas on Saturday for the symposium. I sure hope you come to see me, Angie and Melissa and Barbie. Good to see you in Nova Scotia. I'm coming up, Barbie, to Head Shop. Did they announce that yet? I shouldn't be giving it away, but I know you, Barbie, and I'm going to come up to hang out with you at your 50th anniversary to big boom boom. Natalie, my son Jackson, is watching with me, and he wants me to tell you you're funny. Well, your kid's funny too. Okay, get him on the phone with me, will you? And tell your kid to stop monkeying around. All right, so I love you all. Now I'm gonna shut this down for a minute, and then I'm gonna bring you back because I want to do a real quick introduction of what we're going to be launching at Symposium with Summit Salon Social Media Services. So don't leave. I'll be back in a minute, but I want to follow this up. So how do I want to end this? Oh, I know how I want to end this. I want to end up with my buddy, and you know who he is. He's going to come, and here he comes now. Oh no, I want to do this again. That's got to go even better. Here we go. You know what? I think we do this one more time. I think we just got to do this one more time. Damn it! Here we go. He's coming now. Angie! I love you guys. You bring out the best of me. Sorry for the technical problem, but we got the damn thing done anyway. So, yeah, Symposium set 2017. I will be back in a minute. Okay, we're going to just shut this down.